All right, guys, let's run down day one. So welcome back, everybody. Haven't got to talk to you guys except for those announcements over the weekend. So we got day one. We're starting back with the basics. As always, you guys know how I like to do this after every big season. Big lifts, man. Squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, dips, pull-ups, all the good stuff. The meat and potatoes of any good training program. So we're going to dive right into it. Warm-ups are super simple in the cycle. I'm going to keep them that way. Kettlebell swings, don't fret over it. Russian, American, I don't care. Warm-up pace, okay? We're going to kick it off. Week 1, 3 sets of 10. Old school bodybuilding, nothing crazy there. What I do want you guys to do, though, is make sure when you're looking on the app, under each movement, you're going to see a section that says coaches notes or athlete notes or workout prep notes available. That's the one. So you want to look at that. Under that, I make some notes on there of what I'm looking for, percentages, all that kind of stuff. So for example, on bent over row, it says heavy as you can manage with limited torso movement. So obviously we're not trying to rock back and forth to get the bent over row up to the sternum, or to the belly button rather, but we're actually trying to use just the arms, right? So, and then the second note is leave 2 reps in the tank. So if it's 10 reps, you should be able to hit 12 with whatever weight you warm up to. So don't just throw a weight on the bar and guess. Actually build up. Spend 1 or 2 sets trying to build up to a weight. And then once you hit something that you're like, hey, I could probably get 2 more, but nothing more than that, count that as working set number 1, okay? For the bench press, there should be specific percentages for you guys to hit. I'm just double checking my notes real quick. 65 to 70% of your 1 rep max. If you're kind of getting back into the swing of things after long summer and all that good stuff, obviously start at the lower end of the rep range or the percentage. And then if you've been hitting it hard every day, just go ahead and go up to 70%. But always give yourself a little room for growth, okay? Let's take a look at the rest of the day. So we got our bench press. We've got our bent over rows. Feel free to superset those 2 if you want. Totally up to you guys. Depends on how much time you have. I'm keeping the workouts extremely simple for everybody, okay? So kind of make do with how much time you have and get it done. Next up, we have weighted dips. Let's try to shy away from box dips if you can, and let's start getting in some banded ring dips or banded matador dips or straight bar dips, okay? So start using those bands if you have them. If not, the box dips are totally fine. Just make sure you set up the box high enough so it's challenging for those 10 reps. And maybe hold a plate in your lap or pinch a dumbbell in between your thighs. For the rest of you guys, let's try to get up on the rings and actually start moving our body weight around, okay? Next up, we have dumbbell row, 3 by 10. That's gonna be 10 each arm, okay? It tells you right there that you're performing with 1 arm and 1 knee supported on the bench. Feel free to use straps so you're not limited by your grip. Next up, we just have some isolation work, good old bicep curls and tricep extensions. When it says overhead, I want you guys to tie a band up to your rig post, and you're actually gonna stand out in front of your rig post. We're gonna grab that band overhead, we're gonna keep those elbows aimed forward, and we're gonna press out, okay? So keep the elbows pretty stationary, and then we're just gonna really control it. When we have a cable machine, I would normally program this for like 10 to 15 reps. The fact that we're using bands, you have to use a lot more repetitions to get the same amount of pump in the tricep. So let's shoot for somewhere between 15 and 25 reps, depending on how heavy a band you use. So make sure the band allows you to get no less than 15. And if you get all the way up to 25, but you get a really crazy pump right here in your tricep, that's perfect. Definitely superset those 2 movements. And then the conditioning piece, as always, guys, you know I like to keep it simple. Just a wham bam, thank you ma'am, slap on the ass out the door when you get it, okay? 8-minute AMRAP, 5 pull-ups, 5 power cleans. Make sure you choose a weight that touch and go is an option for you, at least on the first set or 2. For pull-ups, let's do kipping or butterfly if you have them. If not, then you can go like banded kipping or a jumping pull-up if you need to. This is a cardio piece, not a strength piece, okay? Your goal is gonna be between 6 and 9 rounds on that one, all right? So I'm not gonna be doing these videos every single day for every workout, but I just wanna give you guys a general idea. There will be workout prep notes available, so it's kind of the same thing I talk about. I just wanna start each week off with anything. If you guys have questions, obviously just Sugar WOD's really, really great for feedback. So myself or one of the other athletes can answer it if they see it before I do. So you guys feel free to chime in if you guys know the answer to something. Feel free to chime in if I don't see it first. Just a quick overview of the week. So our training is only 4 days a week. It's gonna be Monday, Tuesday, we're off on Wednesdays, and then Thursday, Friday. You don't have to do it that way, obviously, move it around to fit your schedule, but I do want you to keep it upper body, lower body, and then preferably a break, and then upper body, lower body, preferably a break, okay? So that's kind of the idea behind the program for this 8-week cycle only, okay? On Wednesday, I want you guys just to do a longer run, 60-minute aerobic training. Make sure you look at the team running tab for any cardio, okay? Team running does go on top of Jackrabbit. It doesn't have to, but for those of you who are endurance athletes, yes, you need to do the team running tab as well, okay? The bike ride this week is gonna be a 2-hour bike ride. So we'll get, I think, guys on Saturday, ladies on Sunday. Doesn't matter, we'll split up into 2 groups, whatever works best with our schedules, okay? Other than that, the format looks pretty much the same throughout the week. Rep ranges are slightly different for certain movements just because the stimulus I'm looking for. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward, guys. So nothing crazy, but as always, feel free to shoot me a text anytime if you have any questions, and I'll get you guys all set up. I have plenty of time for you guys now that I have everything handled at the actual physical location. And you guys know this is my passion, so I really want to dive into this Faster Stronger project and get you guys kind of up to speed on kind of the stuff I do and make sure you guys are all up to par, okay? So let's get it hard, reach out to each other. Obviously, I've seen you guys texting in the lines already, trying to get people together and do some partner workouts and stuff like that. So as far as rest breaks go, I know that's gonna be a question. So Josh, how long do I rest? If you got 2 people, I bench, you bench. I bench, you bench. Limited rest. Make sure you have just enough rest to allow you to hit the rep range at the percentage that I prescribe. Other than that, the quicker, the better, okay? The more blood flow we can pump into those muscles, the better they're gonna grow. So that's why I still love CrossFit the most, because you get a lot of work done in a short amount of time, and there's some really, really good benefits to that, okay? Versus just resting 2 to 3 minutes. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Let's kind of get in the groove this week, kind of get a feel for what it feels like, and then don't try to add anything too crazy in there, okay? There's a lot more volume than you guys are used to. It's not gonna seem like much per session, but you're hitting each muscle group 2 times each week, whereas normally you might not do that in a normal CrossFit setting. So just make sure you guys are prepared to be a little more sore than you think you're gonna be, even though the rep ranges are pretty moderate, okay? So don't underestimate this, just get the first week done, see how you feel, and we'll keep building up. Each progressive cycle is gonna get a little bit tougher, a little bit different, okay? So everything I talk about in this cycle only applies to this 8-week cycle, and then we'll go into our next block and our next block and so on and so forth, okay? All right, so you guys get after it. I'm excited to have everybody back on the same leaderboards, and let's do our thing, man. See you guys there.